here to continue Dysfunctional Systems Episode 1, Learning to Manage Chaos. Last time we went on full rebel, and yeah, that's it. We went to the library, we searched for some information, and then we teleported to far, far away. And I cut my hair to be shorter. Yes, let's go. Oh fuck, where am I? Here? Alright. I sort of wanted to speak too, although I guess that is asking for a bit too much. Putting me in charge of this situation would be a bad idea. I can understand the fact I am not that stubborn and foolish. It appears that Cyrus thinks otherwise, however, as upon our arrival here, he immediately puts a finger across my lips. I frown behind it, but I'm mostly alright with it. He starts glancing about the room. I bounce my gaze around as well. There's a desk, a crest, a flags, and a man at the window. A video camera, presumably to make addresses with. And the other things... Is that a radio I hear? Well, the man is the President Barnaby, I assume? In my peripheral vision, I see Cyrus raising his weapon. No! Wait, there's no call for that. The man's alone, Cyrus. Stop it, what are you doing? Don't shoot him, you idiot! My goodness, he's still raising it. I don't want to see a man get shot. It sounds nauseating, frightening, horrible. My lips tremble and he puts his entire palm over my mouth. I catch myself in confliction, wanting to cry out and stop him, but not wanting to give our presence away. I take to grabbing at the side of his hand, gripping his skin with my nails, trying to pry him off. It is unsuccessful, of course. I can hardly budge his hand. Getting desperate, I try to bite him and only end up awkwardly licking his fingers. Oh! At this, he trembles, his cheeks change shade, and he briefly glares at me. He squeezes my face shut. He aims at the president, and finally, with willful strength, I manage to wrench his hand out from my face and shout, "Don't shoot him! Don't move!" Having both spoken at once, it ultimately sounds like, "Don't move him!" Noticing what I've done, Cyrus harshly addresses me under his breath. What did I just say, Winter? I push his arms away from me and glare him with that says, "I thought you were going to shoot him." Now, what's all this? The president has turned and now is looking at us. I screwed up. Hey, no, wait! Cyrus might really have been about to shoot him. Also, what was he doing holding me like that? What sort of plan was he making? I'll give you the benefit of doubt and assume you didn't hear me just right now. I said not to move. Well, then I apologize for my misunderstanding. Right, well, now you know. I'm okay. Going to say anything anytime more soon? I can't believe you're seriously having an awkward silence here of all places. I mean, really. It takes what feels like minutes before Barnaby decides to break the mood. You're here to kill me, I suppose. No, I've actually come to talk. To talk? His eyes drift from Cyrus to me, and I have no idea what else to do but quake under his gaze. He is foreboding in his oldness, so much for confidence. I don't believe guns can speak. Cute. Just consider the weapon some insurance. It's no real concern anyway. He looks away from me and back to Cyrus an action that relaxes my shoulders. Well, I've got to say I was expecting someone to come for me with a gun, but the girl is a surprise. I'm probably not in any position to be asking questions, but I just have to know what you meant to accomplish in bringing her here. She has to be here, and that's all you need to know. Oh, well, alright. So, where are the gods? They're looking after things that are actually important. What is this devilish old man saying? Is he trying to pull a fast one where the longer we fart around with irrelevant questions, the sooner the doors will blast open and both of us will be killed? Or does he have an even more sinister plan than that? I voice my concerns in action, tugging Cyrus's jacket and giving him a look. I look and tug as I might, though he refuses to consider me. Whatever my movements broke his concentration. Now he's taken a minute to recollect his thoughts. I take the opportunity to speak in his stead. Alright, wait a second. Cyrus groans and shakes his head, clenching his fist and teeth. Winter. I mostly ignore him. What should it matter whether you're alone or guarded or whatever? Couldn't you be lying and they're in fact waiting behind the door for us? There's no one waiting. Well, even if that were true, then wouldn't it suggest in your expectation and lowness that you were seeking some certain kind of situation? What situation's that? Like, you know, a murder? That's enough, Winter. Okay, fine. There's not going to be any murder here. We both look at Barnaby, who looks dull. Even if that seems to be what someone here wants. Look, I don't know what you suggest. Quiet, alright? The implications here are really rubbing me the wrong way. Planned martyrdom? I don't even want to think about that shit. Well, you were going to make him a martyr anyway. What's the matter whether he expected as much? Now listen, that's all I'm asking. Don't argue, don't make any sarcastic comments. In fact, don't talk unless I give you the go-ahead. If you do, I might have to shoot your legs or something, and I very much doubt you'd like that. Are we clear? Barnaby nods. Hey, that's wonderful. Okay, and this is the only thing I want your word, that you won't launch that nuke. The president regards my mentor with a confusion and touch of disbelief. You may respond. Just not just how it works. I can't give you my word when my country is only suffering in turn. The lives of Gabrians over Britons is not something I can accept. Are you dense? I don't just want your word for the Gabrians. I want it. You two are Britons? Yes! Barnaby descends into peals of laughter. I, on the other hand, am just bewildered by Cyrus' ability to quickly lie. You expect me to believe that one of my citizens would threaten me over the lives of our oppressors? Yes! I'm sorry, that is just too ridiculous. Are you fucking retarded? Do you think Gabriel would even think of wasting resources to kill you? You think they even care? Even if you do fire on them, they'll just take it as a chance to dominate us completely again. They'll revenge us. Don't you get it? You're asking for a war. You're about to take one on world's military giants with a bomb and ragged army. This decision did not come easily. I don't want to do this. Then find some other way. There's no other way. You, as anyone else, should understand that I have tried every other way. We have bent and knelt to those for Gabriel for over a century, and do you see? It hurts me to see my people celebrating that increase of minimum wage when I know damn well that Gabriel is laughing at us for the joke that it is. This is one advantage over Gabriel we've ever had. A weapon incomparable anything to their arsenal. In anybody's arsenal. I am not about to waste that. The options are exhausted. I gave them ultimatum. And I swear that we're ready for that. We alone can't take on the forces of Gabriel, even with the funding they gave us. We are not alone. Looking flustered, Barnaby palms his face. The others fall silent. Cyrus glances at me in quick bursts, his expression growing increasingly concerned. What if we both heard is right? Barnaby is suggesting that Brighton has friends. You allied with Ferdia. Barnaby pants, clearly unused to breaking face. It's only temporary. You can't believe that. We had no other choice. We couldn't fund the research of our own. That doesn't matter. Don't you realize? We can't trust them. They understand us. Ferdia will stomp us into the dust once it's over. We'll have to deal with that as it comes. Once more, they fall silent. This just changes everything. How could he have gone and done that? To what leagues of desperation has this nation fallen? Barnaby, sweating, and finally speaks again. I'm sorry. Crap almighty, what are we going to do now? With this Gabriel really isn't threat at all. Those powerful weapons that vicious nations blocking, Gabriel's screwed. A hopelessness settles into me as I realized how out of control situation has become with one revelation. It looks now that no matter what, there will be killings. Then you asked for a military to keep Gabriel out of suspicion. Yes. Kill two birds with one stone that way, huh? Yes. Cyrus shakes his head as though the ridiculousness of his situation is simply too much to take. He drops his gun arm, signifying his recognition. President Barnaby? He looks at me like he forgot I was in the room. I probably don't need to tell you how much you've ruined you ruined us. You're going to initiate an absolute slaughter this way, and at the end of the day, Ferdia will just slaughter us too. I understand your desperation, but I think you don't give up Gabriel enough credit. Both pairs of eyes are now on me. I feel very pressured to speak convincingly. It is now or never. It's certainly hard living the way we do. My dad works almost constantly, and we really do always have to worry about things like starving and all that. You've really got to remember, though, that you're about to bite a hand that feeds us. They gave us an opening, and as much as you think it's a joke, we can celebrate it for a reason. I am sure, I am positive that you were just keep fighting for us, then maybe we could change more things. So you're his daughter. I nod hesitantly. Barnaby shakes his head in a slower manner, reflective of Cyrus's earlier movement. This is just the strangest thing. Well, do you have anything to suggest, girl? Some option that I might have missed? Well, no, I don't. I was sort of just hoping to appeal to his heart. I don't have anything to offer that he doesn't already consider, I bet. Also, what with the mistake of his union with the nation on the border, I am pretty sure there is nothing I can suggest to save this place. Still, he seems to want me to answer, and Cyrus isn't stepping in. Is there anything I can think he missed? Obviously not talking to Gabriel. Gabriel hasn't responded. We were right then. Gabriel will use Brighton's actions to justify violent reaction. Mercy, what do their people think? Setting aside that they're actually underestimating this country, let us imagine that they know full well that Brighton posed an actual threat. Would they be willing to go to war? To perhaps die just to subjugate Brighton once again? I mean, didn't Cyrus say that Brighton's people don't want this? Why should those of Gabriel? They aren't even very militaristic. They must believe that Brighton is nearly as dangerous as it actually is. These nuclear weapons have never existed before, right? Then what Brighton needs to do is make Gabriel take them seriously to inform the public of their abilities. You could always launch it. He raises an eyebrow. I meant somewhere else. Where do you suggest? Somewhere where it wouldn't kill anyone? You want me to fire a warning shot? Yes. Gabriel is probably just waiting for us to attack so they can retaliate and put us on an ever tighter leash. However, if they and their people had demonstration of the destructive power of the bomb, then I think... Barnaby heaves a mighty sigh. Sorry to say, little girl, but that option has already been considered and rejected. Why? We can't afford it. Let us just say that our supply of warheads is limited, and the production costs are rather high. What's a warhead? Another name for the bomb. Oh, of course. Even with the funding Feria has given us, we could only make so many. Aside from the monetary cost, the materials are particularly difficult to produce and they're time-consuming to process. We simply cannot afford to be wasteful. We need every weapon available for whenever threats could be coming. Gabriel, or I hate to say it, Feria. Well, it wouldn't be wasteful. It could be to scare them and avoid this whole thing. I know what you would intend them for, but I am afraid that objectively it would be a waste. If I may interject, Gigi, we are both surprised that Cyrus still has a voice. The bomb is untested? Oh, particularly, we have done some full-scale tests. Our cover would have been blown. Then there's never really been anything like this before. Pardon me, but I don't follow the sciences. That's right. When Gabriel and other nations have tampered with nuclear fusion, it has never been applied to weaponry this successfully. According to our scientists, our largest bomb should be enough to wipe out without their capital. Hearing that still makes my head spin. All of Gabriel? Isn't that just a bomb? Not a conventional bomb. Well, it's no wonder Gabriel isn't listening. No one understands what this thing is. Were you just planning on surprising them? How disgusting! The lives we take in our tech would be nothing compared to the losses we have made under their rule. No statistics have been released, but upwards one of the 100,000 die for every year from poverty in our country. What? To put that in perspective, our nation's population is numbered at 34 million and the estimated 5 million have been lost just the last 60 years. 47% of this nation lives in poverty and the rest is still suffer under pitiful wages. Sacrificing the city of Gabriel as an instant, a mere 3 million, I wouldn't sleep. That's stupid. Winter, not now. It is though! What terrifying numbers, and he wants to raise them? What does that even prove? She's right though. That is very stupid. Mr. President, stop thinking so little of others' lives. Tch, funny you should say that. Gabriel has heard us, but what will returning the favor to accomplish? You're only going to breed more hate. We have a military, we have Ferdia, and as if those weren't enough, it seems that we have more than one city leveling bomb. Reconsider already, just launch it at the ocean, let me realize what we're capable of. Anyone would fear the weapons we harbor, and you have no reason not to brandish them. You could spare those 3 million lives. You don't want to have to sacrifice them to make your point. Even if I did agree, I don't know if I have that kind of power. Oh, please, don't act so weak now. Talk with your advisors, make a new call, and make the Gabriels piss themselves in terror. In the aftermath, I get the feeling they'd be even more than willing to talk. Well, he'll maybe even give us the more that we ever asked to. Just give them that chance. I will do that. Do what I can then. Really? The president reaches up and compresses part of his collar between two fingers. I call the lounge for now. We're having a conference immediately. This is an executive command. President Jonathan Barnaby, call X374. It's done. We will reconsider the issue. However, we'll need to make a decision quickly, and it changes from the even already made. I frankly not sure how Ferians will take it. But we can't allow them to control us. I'm not shedding a master just to take a new one. We should not charge headlong into war just for a slight against us. We should retain our identity as Britons. Just as you two. Then we're honorary Britons now. What a badge of shame. Speaking of you two, appreciate if you used whatever way you got in to get out of here. Whatever organization you're part of, well, just assume that you are, but I think it would be best if you remain anonymous. I would agree. Cyrus turns and walks few steps before stopping to scrutinize the rug. He breaks his gaze from it and calls back to Barnaby. Hey. Yes? Thanks for actually listening to us. Thanks for not shooting me. Watch it, I didn't promise I wouldn't bust any kneecaps. This worries me for a second, but as it turns out, his weapon is already put away. With Barnaby's husky laughter in our ears, we shift from the room. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was really exhausting. I don't know why, but every time I come from school, I am so freaking tired. I cannot record Tomb Raider right now because I would probably fall asleep. I need to sleep more, and that is a fact. And maybe I'll sleep tonight more than I usually do, but it's a serious problem right now. I probably, no, I cannot. I just need to wait that I can get to sleep. It's 8 p.m. so I hope I will get to bed. Bye bye.
Because love's not the